Hi and welcome to Violet Connie Art. I haven't done a video for a little while, so I thought I'd do a quick flip through of my sketchbook from the last couple of months. It was from 25th of September 2018 to the 31st of December 2018. It is a sketchbook, so there's going to be some kind of not so great stuff in here, but I'm going to share it anyway. So first up, the first page was, I actually didn't like the paper in this book, so I was really keen to get it finished, but I just kind of did some really random things, some hair and stuff. Then I got some fountain pens for Inktober, and I was practicing with that. And again here, and a lot of this is just, yeah, practicing. I really use my sketchbook for just doing whatever. More practicing, writing. And this was my first practice for Inktober, so I think I used a fountain pen for these two. The reference photos were from Pinterest, and this one was my first ever attempt at trying to use a dip pen, and it came out really well. I think I kind of went downhill as Inktober went on though. This was just another reference photo from Pinterest that I drew, and I coloured it in with Inktense pan set. And then this was some ideas for the first of my Inktober stuff, and some ideas for Scrawlrbox. Some more ideas for Inktober. I really enjoyed drawing these crouched style people. All the references were from either Pinterest or just searching on Google Images. And again, I was mucking around with Copic markers here. This was kind of out of my head, and I wanted to try and do something like that, but and it's something I want to work on, is doing things that come straight out of my head without having to rely so heavily on references. I really love corsets, so I do draw a lot of those, and I like how this hand turned out. Here again, these were actually sketches that I later, when I was bored, and I came back and inked them. So this was to do my painting of a alpaca. I actually did this preliminary sketch here from the photo. These were from an artist on Pinterest who I will write their name on the screen here somewhere. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I just really like these images, so I thought I'd try and copy them out to practice my line work. So these aren't mine, they're not even my designs, and then I just inked them and coloured them in. So this is more ideas for Inktober. So this was the swollen fairy that I did, and some more. This was the fairy in the bottle, and then I got some new pens that I was testing out. I don't really like this page at all, so we're going to move on. And this is just some more Pinterest stuff. So much of this is from Pinterest. I like drawing these shapes and seeing how close that I can get them. More corsets. I really like how this turned out. I just like the colors of it, and I like, she just came out really well. These are all from Pinterest, and this was from my head, so I'm getting a little better at doing things from in my head. These are more images from Pinterest. I particularly like this one here. Next up, yes, more Pinterest. This guy here is from from a fantasy art book. And again, from a fantasy art book, just a dwarf and another guy, because my son's right into Dungeons and Dragons. So we actually got the Arty Games app and we did this together. So the prompt from the Arty Games app was a guy with a demonic arm fighting off a demon, and so we did this together side by side, me and my son. So this is Mr. D Sketches, and I really love how he's come out. He did the fire really beautifully, so I wanted to show you what he did, what we were doing drawing together. And this is from the Arty Games app, from the just practice drawing photos they have on there. And again, this is from Arty Games practice photos. So this is using Inktense. This is straight in with a pen, which I was very proud of. And some more Inktense using my purple pencil. It's so cute. Oh, having trouble turning the page. There we go. Posca pen. Don't really like how that turned out. I really love the expression on the face of this one. This was designing my drawing for my first ever collaboration with Diana from Diana Edriva Art. I hope I'm saying her name right. And I'll link to that in the description. And some mermaids, another mermaid. This was from a scrawler box practice. Just messing around, more not Inktober, sorry, Pinterest stuff. I really like the color of her hair and the way she's standing. I was watching Drawing Wiff Waffles, and so I drew that. Another Pinterest. And yeah, more Pinterest stuff. I really love this. I love how this turned out, and I actually digitally colored that, and I have a picture of that on my Instagram. Some more, lots of Inktense pan sets usage, and this one on the outside is Copic markers. More Pinterest. I digitally colored this and put this on Instagram as well. And this was a challenge set by my son, so he picked me a one color pen and picked a picture of Pinterest for me, and I had to color it without an eraser and draw it without an eraser and just go straight in. And I love how this turned out. I'm actually really like it. He picked a really good image. So more Pinterest stuff. Purple, got to be purple. More Pinterest stuff and a cute little panda bear. Lopsided eye girl. But I like this around the outside. That's really cool. A Copic marker drawing. Copic markers don't really go very well on this paper, but I like how that turned out. This is from the movie Avatar, so we were watching that on TV, and so I decided to draw her. This is when I first got my Polychromos pencils, and I did a quick colour out of all the ones that come in the tin. More Pinterest sketches, just lots of random sketches really. This is out of my head, so still trying to just come up with how to do that and make it look okay. So this was another one off Pinterest using Copic markers on actual Copic paper. I just stuck it in there, and I really wanted to draw this dress. It's really pretty. It's kind of corseted. I like that style. This was coming up with the idea for my logo that I have on my channel now, and on everything. So Violet Connie art with the little koala, and you would have seen it at the start. It's my opening, and that opening was my first ever animation that wasn't a stick figure, and I'd done probably about 3 before that, and then I jumped in and did the animation for the beginning of my video, and I really love how that turned out. More Pinterest stuff. I really like the shading on her. So this is the difference between Pinterest and out of my head. Still not great. Out of my head. This was really great as a sketch, and then I inked it and everything just went really wrong. So then I just started slapping some paint on there. Why not? No, I've written no. So yeah, and I agree. I like this picture here. Just some random pictures. I think I must have felt like drawing animals that day. This one's really cool. Some gesture drawing. I don't actually do a lot of gesture drawing in this sketchbook. A lot of my other ones had a lot more. This was for another collaboration with Ryan's, and it was just coming up with the ideas. I struggled so much with it, but yeah, at first I was going to do a horse sitting on a couch, and then just a horse sitting up. Then he's got the controller in his hands. I'm trying out a gummy bear and what a controller looks like. And then again, when I decided I might do a robot horse, I was going to do it more realistic, which is like kind of robot eyes, and then I went for more this design. He's so wonky. More Pinterest, just quick sketches. I was trying to use a method. I might pop it up on the screen because I can't think of it right now, but I was trying to use a new method of sketching faces, and it kind of worked, but it kind of didn't for me. So I think I'm going to go back to what I was doing. I love these gesture drawings, particularly this one. It looks like a wizard's trying to cast a spell or something, and I just love the motion in it, and I think it turned out really well. Straight in with pen, and I'm really happy when I can do that. Some days I can and some days I can't. I find that I have art days and non-art days. Some more just straight in with the pen, no pencil. Yeah, and here I was using a pencil. I love the expression on this and the flowing of the hair. And we're getting close to the end now. Some more animals. It's cute hat. And testing out some new markers that I got for Christmas that my son gave me. They're watercolor markers, and I'm yet to do a proper drawing with them, but I will be reviewing them soon. And some more Pinterest stuff. It's just the same things over and over, just me practicing faces. It's okay. This is where I watched a Drawing Wiff Waffles video on how to get your own style of artwork. I've got purple all over me. And so it first started out with just drawing something that you could draw, and then trying to adjust it without a reference, and then trying to use a reference, which I did here. And these are some practices that came from her, and I'll link to that video of Drawing Wiff Waffles in the description, so you can go and check it out if you want to follow along with her instruction, which is really good. This is the face I ended up coming up with, and I really like that little face. And then some more of this shape drawing people, which is really helpful. And then again, and another page of it. Actually started to draw that guy twice, so I just kind of stopped because it was the last one. And then I was trying to just finish off this sketchbook because I wasn't a fan of this paper, but I didn't want to waste it. This one here is this character again. And it's turned out terrible. One of my non-arting days where I was just using a pen, and yeah, nope. This was using the pens that my son got me for Christmas. So yeah, I have tested them out. I forgot about this one. And a piggy, just trying to fill up these pages. Okay, so my camera cut out there before, so I am just refilming this last bit. I ran out of space, unfortunately. So here is I was just saying that I was quickly trying to finish off my sketchbook, so that was an elephant and a meerkat as well, looking up into the sky. A lioness, which I didn't think turned out great at the time, but now looking back, I actually really like how that turned out. A shark, and then my original character that I am creating. I don't really have a name for her. Maybe she's Violet and she can hang around on my channel for a while, but I really like her purple lips and eyes and hair, and she's really cute, and I like the chubby cheek look. Like, it's just something that I really enjoy to do, is the little chubby cheeks. So, and yeah, this sketchbook was a Strathmore sketchbook. This way I kind of don't think I liked it very much. It was just 89 GSM. My new one is the same kind of sketchbook with the soft cover, which I don't particularly like, but it's drawing paper, so I think it's 110 GSM, and it's just so much better. Like, the paper didn't bleed or anything, and it handled watercolor and stuff. I just don't like being able to see what's underneath the previous page, and then I could have used the back as well, but I didn't want to because it's kind of right there, so you can even see it on the camera. In person, you can actually see it a lot more coming through. So thank you very much for watching and checking out my sketches on my good days and my not so good days. Yeah, and this is kind of just what I play around with when I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, and thank you so much for watching.